Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to my channel. I'm Renee Michelle. Thank you for joining me today. Happy Sunday. Such a blessed day to be alive, walking this earth, because our days are numbered, and it's just a blessing to see a whole new day. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my video. Today I want to talk about something we don't really talk about. And I want to talk about the connection, um, PTSD and domestic violence. I want to talk about that. I know people don't talk about it, but we need to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? I need to talk about it because I experienced domestic violence in my life. I've been through it. Got out of that abusive relationship. Been years since I've been out of it now. But I still suffered, and I didn't realize it was PTSD to probably about maybe some years ago, and I really want to talk about it because I didn't get help for my PTSD and still haven't gotten help for it. And I know that's one of the things right now in my life that's holding me back because the symptoms of it. And I want to talk to you guys about that because I wanted to share some educational information that can, probably help somebody and help myself as well. So I wanted to share some information that I've researched on the connections of PTSD and domestic violence. Now, it's probably gonna be a couple of videos about this because it's some more information I want to put out about it. But first we're gonna just talk about some of the information that I found online. PTSD is messed up. I mean, not only can you get it from being in wars, but it's mostly whatever traumatic event in your life that you've been through, you can get PTSD. You can suffer from PTSD. Whatever traumatic event that you had in your life, symptoms of PTSD can come up. Now, nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused in the United States. Nearly 20 people per minute. That's a lot. The domestic violence rate are higher among homeless women and seriously mental illness with mental illness. Let me say that right because I kind of butchered that, but the domestic violence rate is much higher among women with severe or serious mental health issues. Okay. A study was shown that 99 homeless women with serious mental health issues was found that 70% was physically abused and 30.4% was sexually abused by a partner. So, yeah. And then also it says women between the ages of 18 and 24 are most commonly abused by their partner. Now that part is probably true because I was in that age group when I was going through my abuse in my abusive relationship. I was about that age. Many people have experienced domestic violence struggles with finding ways to cope with what they have gone through. Being exposed to traumatic experience can trigger mental health problems, which is true. Because you're going through all this, certain triggers, just seeing things will just have you all crazy and riled up. Okay. Domestic violence and PTSD connection. Domestic violence is a traumatic experience that affects more than 10 million men and women every year. 10 million. That's a lot. Abuse can take in many forms: physical, emotional, sexual, financial control, psychological actions or threats meant to harm or influence an intimate partner. Abuse victims may experience a wide range of physical and mental health symptoms resulting from domestic abuse trauma. Some of these are depression. I suffer from depression. Yeah. The abuse in my life kind of triggered me to make some real bad decisions. I thought I was okay, but I wasn't okay. So I started making some real bad decisions after I got out of that abusive relationship, because I didn't, one, have the support that I need. I didn't have that community surrounding me. I didn't have family that understood what I was going through. So I made some bad decisions, which also amped up the depression and the mental health issues. Also, suicidal tendencies, panic attacks. Now, I didn't start having panic attacks until probably a couple of years ago. And I could not believe it. I'm like, where is this coming from? For real, I didn't really start having panic attacks until about a couple of years ago. And I was like, oh my goodness. Substance abuse. I did smoke a lot of weed. I never did no other drugs but smoke weed. And it's still a substance abuse. To me, it's still a drug, but still, being that I was going through a domestic violence, I shouldn't have been doing none of that, because all that did was just and help me to make even worse decisions. And sexual and reproductive health issues. So that's some of the connections. PTSD, domestic violence, and PTSD. It says in this article that PTSD is like one of the lesser outcomes of domestic violence. Like, people don't really acknowledge PTSD associated with domestic violence, but I don't see how they don't, because feeling like you're gonna die, or feeling like your life is being threatened, or whatever the case may be, it's still very traumatic, and it will change the way your brain works. Psychiatric disorder in which a person, PTSD is a psychiatric disorder in which a person has difficulty recovering after experiencing or witnessing a terrifying event. It can be any traumatic event. So, yeah, there were several times in my relationship where I could have lost my life. Several times. Those was very traumatic situations for me. They played over in my head constantly for a long time. It comes out the blue. You never know. You think you're over it, then whoop. Like, how the hell? So, why I'm thinking about this? Why did that come in my mind? So, yeah. Symptoms of PTSD are hard to establish. That's what they say. There is a considerably overlap between PTSD and other mental health conditions. So when they say it's an overlap, that means they can't distinguish what is just a mental health illness and PTSD. Okay. Symptoms are normally defined by 3 categories. 1, avoidance. Avoiding reminders or triggers often that the traumatic event, like people, places, things, thoughts, or the event. So in other words, it's saying that you ain't gonna want to go to a certain spot where it happened, or you're not gonna want to be around a person that treated you bad like that, or just gonna keep away from certain things. The next, number 2, arousal and reactivity. Sudden, unexplainable outbursts, anger, difficulty being reached emotionally, feeling numb, trouble sleeping, and being startled easily. Okay, I've experienced a lot of those emotions. I've been angry, like why I'm mad, like when I'm mad, I might see something and just like trigger me, like why I'm mad, like I know even doing the research on this, it kind of like made me feel some type of way, like I was kind of like having all types of emotion because I'm learning about what I'm going through, so it made me feel like, oh my gosh. I definitely was feeling numb because I was smoking reefer, and it was also making me feeling even more numb. So, and I just didn't want to be here. I just didn't want to be present. I wouldn't say I didn't want to be here because I definitely wanted to be here, but I just didn't want to be present. I just didn't want to think about all the things that I was going through. And at that time, nobody probably could reach me emotionally because I was angry. I was hurt. I was like, why did this have to happen to me? Why? Why did I stay? Which I knew why I stayed, but why do people have to be so evil? So, and then after the fact, I could not sleep. I would be up, tossing and turning all night long, just up, walking the floors. And I didn't like to be in loud places. I would just be startling so easy. Just the littlest thing would just, and it would just have me haywire, 3, reliving the event. Being confronted by emotional traumas of the event suddenly and without any obvious reasons, resulting in an emotional outburst, chills, your heart racing fast, extreme anxieties, and other symptoms. Lately, I've been experiencing anxiety. I wouldn't say it's too extreme, but it's there, and I can't say I really have any outbursts like that, but I do have the chills and my heart racing fast. When I see something that takes me back to where I was at a long time ago. Okay. And okay, left untreated, PTSD can cause long-term mental health effects, including anger management issues, severe depression, and I don't think I have the anger management problem, but I will have to let a professional tell me that. But I really don't think that's one of my things. But depression is really something that I go through right now. Intense loneliness, yes, I do have that. I feel all alone sometimes in this world. Also, untreated PTSD can cause an increase of the various life-threatening condition, type 2 diabetes, possible, heart disease, high blood pressure, possible. All those things are possible in substance abuse disorder. All those things are possible for a person that suffer from PTSD. You know, and I know I do suffer from high blood pressure. And I know I do, and yeah, trying to get it down, but my bad habits, Anyway, what PTSD from domestic violence look like? I'm sorry if y'all hear the ambulance. I'm sitting in the truck at the park. PTSD can develop in anyone experiencing a major life-threatening event, including domestic violence. It exposes a victim to variety degrees of fear. Yeah, and I never knew I was such a damn punk. I be scared of the most, fear, was taking over my life. I never realized that fear from the traumatic event can become overwhelming. It definitely is. I be like, what is wrong with me? And it's often not dealt with immediately due to living in the same house or in the victim or the person that's abusing the victim is still in their life. Somehow maybe y'all got kids together and you gotta drop your kids off to this guy or whatnot. Let's see what else I had. PTSD increases after a domestic domestic event. Its effects can be marginalized through seeking emotional support. I guess it can help some of the symptoms, but it can ease it, but Other risk factors that increase the development of PTSD and domestic violence: physical injuries, feelings helpless, lack of supportive community, having to deal with the person that abusing you before or after the event, and history of mental health issues and addiction. Okay, so those are some of the statistics and some of the things that I researched. I'm gonna research some more and come back on my channel and bring some stuff to y'all. And also I'm gonna talk about treatment. Because right now, where this world is, it's hard to get mental health care, and it's hard to get out there to go get it, and it's hard for just getting yourself up to say, I need help. To say that to yourself, I need help. It was hard for me for a long time to be able to do that for myself. And now that I'm up in age and, I see how it's limiting me from being the best person that I can be. It's hurting the little family that I do have around me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's stopping me from getting good jobs. It's stopping me from having a job or keeping a job. And it's, it's stopping me from just being the best Renee I can be, and we can help each other. You can drop down in my comment box some suggestions for me that I can do for myself, So I know it's hard, and I know it's a struggle, especially when you went through that. You've been through that abuse. Somebody's hurting you, on a daily basis. It's hard to get it out your head that this person wants to love you, but he loved you by hitting you. He loved you by telling you you're not good enough mentally. But that's not love. That's control. That's control. And that's just something to shut you down. But if you're in an abusive situation right now, if you're going through that right now, and I know in my situation when I was going through it, one of my excuses for not leaving was, where I'm going to go. And at the time I had small kids too. And one of them was special needs. And I was like, where am I going to go? I had nowhere to go. I had nothing. And I stayed for the kids until I could get my power back and eventually leave. Once my daughter got up in age and a situation that transpired between me and that individual, and I knew that by him doing this to me, that he could do this to her, I had to go. I had to. But my biggest thing is that when I left, I didn't go get the help that I needed. I thought I was okay, but I wasn't okay. And now, I'm fighting to try to get my life back now because I've let so much stuff pass me by. And maybe I had to go through that. I don't know. But I let so much pass me by for me to realize, yo, something ain't right. You don't have to go through this. You don't have to go through this. We don't have to go through this. We can find help. Like we can help ourselves if that's the case it may be. I was a little embarrassed about doing this video and sharing my business. But if it's going to help me, if this is the way I can help myself heal, and to get past this is what I have to do. I know people probably saying, why are you telling your business all on YouTube and da 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 da. I don't even care no more. At this point, I don't even care. I just want to heal. I just want to help heal somebody. I want to help somebody. I want to help myself. So drop some comments. Tell me how you get through your PTSD. Tell me where you got help. Let's help each other. Let's get through this. So I'm going to come back. I don't know, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. But I'm coming back. And we're going to do some more to piggyback off what we learned about PTSD and the connections. And I'm also look up some treatments and stuff like that, so how we can help ourselves. So thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Just thank y'all so much for listening to me and listening to my story. Because, with the way this world is right now, we got to have each other's back. We got to help each other get through certain situations. I know everybody don't have the resources. I don't, have the resources to go to a mental health and sit down and talk to somebody. But you can talk to me. I'm here. I've been there. No judgment over here. So, I'm Renee Michelle. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Help me to help you. And help me to help myself. Thank you so much. Have a great Sunday. Thank you.